white shirt, then a nice wristwatch, then
Look like
a nice haircut. Chihuahua is a must. You enter a lecture room and you cannot smell who is who because I do not know if they.
I don't think Chihuahua even has a point in like the lecture room because you can't like stand out. Everyone has their own.
So it's a cocktail. If
the only moment you actually stand out is if you actually smell bad. Maybe like a stench on you, like a map, like a hit map.
And they're like, what happened to
it was not worth it. Welcome back to the Ft.HARRY podcast. My name is Marvin and I'm a third of the pod team.
Yeah, I'm Junior. I'm always here, so nice to be back.
My name is Promise.
And today we have with us a guest.
A special guest.
It has been a long time coming for this pod. We have wanted to have him over for a long time now. And finally he's here. I'll let him introduce himself.
He introduce himself. Every time I hit up his phone, guy has a busy schedule. I don't know if I'm asked by like a personal assistant. Like, bro.
No, she already hates that I'm here, but
No, I
relax.
Yeah,
What
just
you
relax,
do,
yeah.
but
made the invite, so there is no reason to him being.
I'm Uncle Harry to Junior.
Yeah.
I am I'm Kajina Harry Nkori to very many people. I am Nkori Harry Kajina. Whatever format you'd want to put it
Harry.
like.
He's a man of 1,000 names. So.
Yeah.
He is Harry.
Very many boy child, Omosho Mukuru, quite a number of them, but Kajina Harry Nkori does it best. So I'm glad to be here.
So what are your social media? Instagram,
We shall tag them. We shall
Yeah,
tag
tag
them.
them.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure the ladies after this will want to read at his DM.
Get to know him better and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, a lot has happened. We have been away for quite a while now.
A lot.
It's been a lot of you asking where we are going, like when are we going to come back, where we have been. But finally we
Where
are
we're
back.
going.
Yeah, and we are promising
And
consistency.
Yeah,
from,
we hope we're going to
from
like
now on.
Yeah, please do.
We promised
No, this
consistency
time-
from before, but this
No,
time it's
this
more
time
serious.
it's
No, coming from the guest who has been waiting
a
for a
fan of the
couple of
pod.
months,
Yeah.
one who has been in the background for a couple of months, and from the very start of this thing, consistency is key.
Very.
Very important. So I hope
You know, it's like
The
that is
other
directed
people.
to me since is my uncle is like
yes,
giving you
because
advice.
Also,
because
it is actually your actual
Like-
uncle.
like
I call him Uncle Harry.
Oh
Think that's
yeah.
like
I thought like
Yeah,
do not mind the color contrast.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there it works. But you see, the one thing you people never think about is you keep us waiting. On one side it's like this good, very good.
Yeah.
But then with the gap in between, then we are like, oh my god. So I'm very sure the anticipation is built between coming for this one and the last one is quite good. I cannot tell the amount of excitement I had as a person over the text. And
And then you say,
Junior.
I sent that text.
We
You
all
know,
text.
sent it.
We all text. I told you I'm busy schedule. That's
He doesn't even read
doesn't
it.
even-
He has someone who reads his
Messages,
messages.
Yeah.
For him.
But someone did tell me.
It's
I
like
think
your person X is texting.
not that, but my personal assistant, like you said you have a couple of messages, but then one from Junior. Like he doesn't text that much, but that's important.
Yeah, he really doesn't text that much. Do you know you can text Junior like 1 week?
And the reply
And-
comes the
like-
other week.
And these days,
Yeah, the other week.
And you're like, and then when you call,
And
it's
he's
like,
again like, I lost chats, I didn't see what you said. And you already forgot what you like wanted to
you put
text him.
disappearing messages. So
He has the worst
I
online
don't have time
habits.
for it, do I?
you have.
Actually, in my chat with Promise, she put the messages. I have
You
proof.
did.
I don't text her
Nonetheless,
Promise, and she
nonetheless,
put-
I
and she
feel-
put separate messages in her chat.
I feel,
What are you trying to hide?
but I feel with, like you said, a lot that happened and all.
Yeah.
Me, however much I've been said about the topics, but you know all that Kenzo really caught our eyes.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
hoping we'd get to it later, but who would think?
Who would think
Who
that
would think?
Kenzo would
The
be
man who
presidential
was
advisor?
the man who once said a P3 dropout, but
Dropout.
somehow mentioned Form 3 is now.
And actually, in my opinion, this is actually total bullshit.
But
Sorry to say, it's total BS.
Why?
It's like the government doesn't I don't know, respect the citizens. Like, how do you create an office?
No,
Yeah,
amount of
because-
words,
you
honestly,
see,
amount of words as a citizen here.
I just read a meme a couple of minutes ago saying we know leadership comes from God. Now you sit together. Because it's leadership. But you see, one thing I've come to accept and understand is different people in Uganda do not know how to take opportunity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He could be literate, a
Yeah.
dropout of whatever kind we can mention.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing we have seen consistently, even in his music career, is opportunity. Where he sees a scene, he will take it out.
He'll take it out, yeah.
So the wife being the wife, she's called
Rema.
Mbozi.
It's called Nyamutoro.
Eh?
Rema's giving like 20
No, like,
But-
let me explain. Like, Rema was so
was
stuck
like,
into our
into our
brains
mind,
that-
yeah.
Yeah, but if you check the Rema opportunity, right?
Yeah.
The beauty and her music career and the scene and whatever she was
Yeah.
bringing onto the table. I
Okay,
want to get to
now
the
that
data,
you
but
say that,
That
there's
general-
you get it right now, eh?
Yeah.
Like one thing after the other, one step after the other.
Yeah.
It is an opportunity for him. I'm not saying he's opportunistic, but
No,
he actually
he-
dive
even if
into the
he
right
is-
chances. Eh?
Mm.
So
Everyone-
being with the current minister of what?
I
State
think
for
she's-
energy and minerals.
Yeah, she's the
Energy
state
and
minister
something
for
like
energy.
that.
So regardless, we have to accept that he actually knows how to catch the bag. He follows the right
Now,
path.
my thing is that I have no issue with him being opportunistic and whatever, yeah? But how does the president wake up one day and create an office that's going to spend money, I don't know for what?
But in Kenzo's defense, he's like the ultimate creative in like
in
Uganda.
Uganda.
So
He
you're
has
trying to say
ability.
because they wrote
Just
the word
because
creative.
the word
it becomes
creative,
we
it's now
should give him an
made
office in State House.
No.
That is
Creatives.
not-
Okay, you know one thing I'm going to ask is,
Yeah.
what do you think the creatives are?
Exactly.
Artists, one.
So hasn't Balaam been doing that? Because for starters, the biggest promoter, he was, I think,
Yeah.
before he
He
got
already
into
has
the
an
Still
office.
is, he still is,
Uh-huh.
but I'm still
Still is.
So
Still
if it was creatives, you
Mm.
would expect that the artists that are there right now, since he's the one bringing them on board, he would be the creative minister whatsoever office
Yeah.
they give him as a
It's
person.
presidential advisor on creative.
But I don't even get the whole point of Ugandans being surprised with Kenzo being nominated.
My thing is not with Kenzo actually. My
The
issue is
thing
with
is with
Museveni.
the
My issue is not with
president.
Kenzo.
Do
We
not
have
talk
had
about
very many-
do
I'm
not
not
talk
talking
about
about
the
this
big
at all
man
times.
that way.
No, my issue
He's
is
a
with
proud
the
Obi.
president.
You know, he's
Let me
a
tell you
proud
something.
Obi. If I shake the hand, he's a
Just
proud
because
Obi.
I'm proud
No,
Obi
just
doesn't
because
give him
the
the right to
Obi
abuse
does
power
not-
like that.
No, he's not abusing power.
He is.
Who else other than Kenzo to be to become the
Okay,
How
president?
does
No.
Balaam become?
He has a BET
There is-
award.
Wait, I have a question.
There is
Wait.
very many.
On his
No,
office.
my thing is, do we really need this office?
Exactly.
Yeah, we do. We do. For the creatives, for us, we have a podcast.
They have a federation.
This is a creative
This is a
brother.
creative
Creative,
business.
but-
Yeah.
So if,
honestly,
if,
come and
if
do
it goes right, like already it is, you never know. You know, just because we are still, you guys are still doing it on small scale, right?
Yeah.
We are you are trying to get the numbers that you think should be, right?
Yeah.
But you never know. You know, it is one thing being hopeful and it's the other being hopeful and optimistic.
Okay, I'm going to try to cut down my pessimism at this point,
But,
but I really hope this Kenzo thing is a big thing for the creatives in this country.
no, like,
Because at this point, I'm already, I don't know, I'm on the downside of it. I'm not supporting it.
Why?
let me
It being an office
Okay.
in the first place.
Mention
So
the
that's my
reasons
issue.
why you're not supporting Kenzo.
It
to
shouldn't be an office. We shouldn't have a president. Like, first of all, Uganda has abused power so much.
We
Uganda-
shouldn't.
We shouldn't.
With the country having what's the big,
okay.
the
My
biggest
thing is-
percentage of the
wait,
population
no.
is young kids.
Actually,
Where do you
let
think
me
they're
tell
going
you.
to get all the jobs from?
First of all, let me
They have to like
But
what's it called?
let me-
Diversify into the
Diversify
creative
into the
business,
creative
into
business.
all these
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
But
I think it's because
The
I'm so
office should be
political.
there.
that-
One, the
I think
office
the
should
reason
be
I
okay,
think
the
that's because I'm
office
so
should be
political,
there.
but
But then I
Creative
don't even
minister on the pod, give us your one.
listen. Okay, let's assume the office is there. I don't think he's the right person for the office.
Okay.
Basing
have
on
that
his
point is
leadership of this federation,
Federation thing
Uganda
actually.
I
musician,
don't exactly.
Yeah.
If we are to analyze his
And how the money was-
performance in that federation, then
It's a-
there is no way he would be the right person.
But we have come to
hand that
understand that
office
we
to.
have come to understand that whatever federation is handled by a person, most of the time it's not the topmost person. It is the leadership that is
But for
underneath.
Eddy Kenzo, it is him.
At this point,
He has
he's
been in the
presidential
limelight
advisor
of
to-
that thing, like
But
for him, and
For
he has
you-
always agreed to every matter concerning that federation.
But it doesn't mean that if he gave an order that is not within our light, goes the right way. It doesn't mean
But
that
then
the
he
moment-
has the
He
power
wants the
execute
power
or
to
see it
correct it.
executed that way.
So, like we're saying about the big OB, hasn't he executed the right paths for certain things? Have they come right with whatever they were supposed to
The
do?
ones that he has followed.
That's also a
through.
loophole
How?
in his leadership.
That's
Actually.
a loophole
Because
in
as
his
a leader,
leadership.
how
So, if it
No.
is a loophole in his leadership,
Yeah.
it is one mistake out of the many.
Is
So
it
what I'm
one
trying to say,
mistake?
It's not one with a big man. It's not one.
we are
mistake.
not trying to carry
With
the
the
big man
president,
things
it's not one.
to
Not one.
Kenzo.
Kenzo, yeah.
Yeah, we cannot. It's a country over a federation. Yeah? So the one loophole that we can try to associate with Kenzo and this guy cannot be brought onto the guy who has just gotten his office. If it is
Okay.
an
Okay,
office,
then
for
they
First
should
of all,
have chosen someone that rightfully would.
have
make
you
that-
mentioned one? Has anyone come up
And
even
and it's
before
like,
him?
First of all,
instead
it's a
of
new
Kenzo,
office,
let's
so we
pick
need-
this other
It's
person.
a new office, so
It's a-
it's
they
something
do it
that
on-
has
Let us do it until the people
they
like-
walk up to
They
them
didn't
on-
throw it
they
onto
did.
us.
Like-
It has been a long time
Did they
coming for
ask us?
creatives to get such a chance,
Yeah, it
such an
has
opportunity.
been.
By the time
And Kenzo is
Balaam
absolutely
Balaam
the
went
right
into
man.
He's
into
not
the
the right
government
man.
under whatever ministry. I'm not saying we saw it coming, but
We
along
saw it
the way,
coming somehow.
the dots were adding up. So
Okay.
I feel like
Let's just give you the benefit of the doubt,
No
really,
doubt, but
because
all
he has
in
already
all,
taken up the space.
it's a
really.
matter of time. It's a matter of time. We
We
can
hope
only
Jesus
judge
is
him
good.
once he has spent like
Yes.
a couple of months in the
Yeah,
office.
and once
Is
we
it-
can also give the final judgment if he does
But
not
how are
say-
we also going to judge him?
No, no,
Full
no, no.
figure is a presidential advisor. Butcher, it wasn't Butcher man.
But you are scrapped off.
We should actually
Cut
thank the
himself
president
was-
for picking someone.
We already know,
We
but
says actually,
but personally, I was going to say, personally, I was going,
actually a step
personally, I
up.
was going to say, if it is for the creatives and it's for pure talent, let's hope for the best for starters.
Yeah.
And let's assume and wish that his talent eye can finally get to his place.
Actually,
the very
one
place
thing-
here, so that it dies one way when they keep saying the ghettos are dying and people from
Yeah.
the ghetto are not getting the advantage.
Yeah.
But there's already people who are already out of the ghetto and just need a little bit of spark.
Yeah.
So it should
Bobby
not-
Wine is a clear example of that.
Exactly.
He graduated from law. Was it last month?
Because what's
That is
what's
actually an
university?
inspiration.
Cavendish.
Cavendish.
Yeah.
But it was after 7 years apparently.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
okay.
That's actually something big.
But
for him.
did he? It was just law, not the bar. There's also
Yeah,
another place.
yeah.
for the bar.
Yeah, but something we need to look at when we talk about Bobby is that he's an inspiration to this country. That's
Yeah.
something we need to appreciate.
To this country.
Yes,
Yeah,
irrespective
very
of his
many
the
loopholes,
entire country.
Irrespective
the entire
of
country,
his
irrespective of
loopholes,
irrespective
some-
of
we
his
need to
loopholes,
have-
his
to a
failures.
bit and a specific number of the population of the country.
No, but okay.
I'm not
Okay,
saying he's not
take
an
it in this
inspiration
sense.
to those people,
Yes.
but when you say Marvin is a footballer, sorry to say,
Yes, yes.
and then you get him into the entire scope and put him on the field and he doesn't perform,
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
for whoever rooted for Marvin being a footballer is caught within that sequence. So if we say
No,
he is
okay.
an inspiration
Okay,
to
let
the
me say
country,
this.
Okay.
and then
First of all-
does not stand by
No.
the principles of the small democracy or the big democracy we have in the country,
Harry.
and then you do the different.
Harry.
Let me
Okay,
tell
try
you
to
this.
understand
Okay,
it
no,
in-
I'm trying to
Let me
put
tell you
myself
this,
out
like,
of this whole
When we
thing.
say Bobby Wine, we are not pro opposition.
Yeah.
We're talking about him as an
As an
individual.
individual.
The things he has been able to achieve, the boundaries he has broken down
Exactly.
to show people that you can, come from the ghetto and become a member of
In
parliament.
in
You
short,
can-
you're trying to say is a true definition of your
He's a
past.
hustler that has made it.
Your
Yeah.
past cannot determine your future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He is.
That's very
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
by the
Because he
way.
has been able to show us that you know what
Is it
you
from
can.
grass to grass? From grass to grass. What's that?
From grass to
From
grace.
grass to
Grass.
grace.
But I get
So
what he's trying to
congratulations to
say.
the guy.
The thing is,
If we don't
If
look
you
at
have
him
ever-
in the political sense,
yeah.
He's really
He's-
So in short, if you are there and you have self-doubt, think about Bobby Wine.
exactly.
because
Yeah.
who
Very
have
valid.
no people that saw that guy is smoking with his old dreads.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We all have seen the
Yeah.
videos.
Yeah.
Who would have
Yeah.
thought that man would be in the shaking the
This
nation at
video
this
that
point?
has been coming across when he's at some restaurant eating fish with
Yeah.
a wine.
Who would
Come
have
from
thought?
far.
Who
You
would have
come
thought?
from far.
Who would have thought?
But then it also comes down to the kind of woman you have, because
Bobby.
Bobby has seen him through a lot.
Yeah. So you who like sleeping around with every
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
at the back of my mind, I keep
Yeah.
thinking. I keep thinking at the back of my mind,
Yeah.
Bobby Wine was only kept down by that tattoo at the back. You
Yeah,
know?
the ladies tattoo.
Every time maybe
But man,
the woman was
men
putting
will
on
break
a-
your heart.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo had a tattoo of Blueface.
Blueface on her face. Yeah. And now they're both facing jail.
That's holding around. You having a touch of me on your entire body doesn't mean.
That one took it an extra mile. On your face means I'm your face ID. The ink guy could have made a mistake. Where I have a perfect tooth, he could have made it a little bit shaky. That flow, I do not want it in my bio. I'm just saying. The guy who did this here could have done it perfectly. So every time Bobby Wine sees that towel, I'm not saying the towel, but the base maybe. Like, yeah. So maybe, just maybe. But it was quite.
Anyway, back to Kenzo. We can only judge him after
We can
a
wish him
certain
the
period of
best
time.
and
I don't even feel
Benefit
room
over
for
doubt.
judgment.
I feel
let's
like
just
he's the right
wait
man
and
for the
see.
office.
no, like the only reason we're putting room for judgment is majority of the times we have to base on what you've done before
Yeah,
to know what to expect
from you.
But the federation is known to a very few people. So
Actually, most artists were in the
Most
federation.
artists were in the
and now they're
federation and
I remember an interview.
I'm just saying to the common population. I doubt they even knew that there was a federation for that.
No, it's
No,
not about the common
the
population.
common
It's about the
population.
people you serve. You're
Yeah.
supposed to work for those artists in the federation, and you have to say that federation has not seen.
But you see, every time primary elections happened in the majors, when we are in NRM, local, and you're sending an UMP to the parliament,
Yeah.
you know what you say? It's
What?
going to do better than the last. So since this is the first time the office is opening, we shall say this is a new office that will open up and do different from the rest of the offices that have opened up, right?
maybe.
Because
There's no room for judgment.
there's no room for judgment.
Okay, maybe.
If there was someone who had violated the office before, then we would think.
Us having the office itself should be a big step for Uganda, bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
let's
think
wait.
that's
Let's wait
like
and
the
see what
conclusion of it.
Kenzo manages to achieve.
But on one side
All
of
of this
it,
for him.
me, I cannot fail to say I'm happy for the guy.
I'm very
Because
happy for that.
the transition has really been.
It has been a winning year for him.
I've not.
It's just
If we're
it's-
drawing
yeah.
graphs, his has not had a dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
He
So
knows
it's
how to-
like
It is.
He
It
knows how
can
to keep
either
his
be.
calm.
It can be static, but
But-
from the static point,
It's
it doesn't
like
go
high.
below.
it's
Just shoots up. So it's a good run for his own money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the wife's money. Okay, our
our
taxpayers. money.
taxpayers.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot has been
A lot has been
going on.
happening. People, we are done with VAC. People are now in Panawat campus.
Yeah.
So, I want you guys to say, what is campus like? What is the vibe at campus? What are you guys doing? Your expectations versus the reality. Finances at campus. Because,
Let me tell you, when you're at campus, first of all, finances. Just don't step out. You just step out of your door and
So are you
I saw a
inside?
video like
No,
every
no.
time you breathe, 20 km.
you breathe.
This one said don't
20,000.
step out. So are you inside?
Exactly, I have stepped out and I know the impact it will have on my body.
So you go back crying, but you
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
the famous known Kataza to her and to him for
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple
been
of
there.
days. We have visited a couple of days. Myself, I'm there. Things are hard, but where I come from, my aunt tells me do not look like your problems. So just know, a number of our classmates, campusers, whatever term you use, they wake up, tuck in very well. Even with no breakfast, I think the best they would have had is like a cup of black tea. Like black tea that like the one we are taking right now.
Yeah.
Though it's coffee, but tuck in, white shirt, then a nice wristwatch, then
Look at like
a nice haircut. Chihuahua is a must. You enter a lecture room and you
And,
cannot smell who is
Who is who?
because I do not know if they.
I
they
don't
have
think
dimples.
Chihuahua even has a point in like the lecture room because you can't like stand out. Everyone has their own.
Exactly.
So it's
Like,
in short,
every
it's a
person-
cocktail.
Yeah.
By the way,
The only moment you actually stand out is if you actually smell bad. Maybe like a stench on you, like a map, like a hit map.
and they're like, what happened to you?
What happened to you? That's the only time you
But
get
I feel like if there was anyone that wanted to make a brand new perfume, just enter into one of the rooms in the MOOPS campuses. Take your time, say hi, and do it when people cannot taste, like cannot tell, and sniff the air because there's always something nice smelling. But like we're saying, dress well, nice polished shoes, nice phones. Apparently, apart from my Android in my class, the rest are all doing iOS.
I don't think that should be a
I
big
feel
deal
like
for me. I don't think anyone.
No, I'm just saying for like clarity. The class people are putting
Everyone
up.
has an iPhone.
Yeah.
If everyone has
It's
an
like-
iPhone, to me it becomes like, well, at this point, everyone cares what phone you're using.
because
Yeah,
because
I
you
don't
have-
really care what phone a person is using.
I feel like right now having whatever phone you have is like preference.
a preference.
Yeah, it's
It's a
now
preference,
Everyone
because
has
have
because
phone
the
that
rate
shows
of affordability is quite
It's-
low at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving like clarity and detail to whatever
what is
goes
going
on.
on.
Yeah.
Nice shoes. People actually do look nice. I'm not doubting that. I am not doubting their wallets, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to say some of us, but people do walk with quite a very empty wallet at the back. Disclaimer, but
Yeah.
somehow you manage to get lunch, then supper you take another cup of tea with a bun and blue band if you do have jam if you're that fancy.
You have to be fancy to take that.
Who does this?
Tomato paste.
Yeah, then the following morning. But one thing I've come to learn is you will break out of that. But I want to assume it's the same. You do come from
From what?
yeah.
Cool.
Oh, when you do come from?
You do come from your room, from whatever
Yeah.
kind of
Hostel, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Whatever I'm from there.
it's never written on here. Like
On your
it's
face.
never on your face. It was a bright smile or a serious face or I'm determined to do this course and finish it up.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's what life is about. You have to look like everybody.
but that's my sense.
It's supposed to. I strongly believe in the phrase "fake it till you make it," because
Yeah.
But when you
For
say
real.
when you say the phrase "fake it till you make it," it
Mm.
feels like every aspect of your normal life is fake. So that's why I do believe in the saying, like I say, don't look like a problem. If you can afford to dress well, if you can afford to dress well,
if you don't have supper,
yeah, because dressing well doesn't mean you're faking it. You're just dressing
Yeah.
what you have already.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
looking nice doesn't mean I'm rich, but I actually can afford the nice clothes.
I
Yeah.
feel like the best advice I can give to like people out there is that it's not a competition.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just do you, bro.
Just
Because there's a lot of pressure when you like what's this
When you
thing?
try to
They say
fit in.
comparison is the killer of all joy.
Yeah.
Stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's-
So like
Yes.
don't compare yourself, don't look at what your neighbor is
Is
dressed.
doing.
Maybe if
Yeah.
you like want to like draw inspiration, like, oh my god, they're smart. I like that jacket. I should get myself a jacket like that.
yeah.
Do that.
But-
But don't compare yourself.
to
Do.
people.
Because we all come from like different.
but-
There's people who are
homes and
driving.
people-
There are freshers
There's
who are
people that are
driving.
driving.
But
I'm
you
not-
see, in a population of approximately
Mm.
3,000, 4,000, 5,000 students,
Yeah.
having something that will stand out, as much as a jacket,
Yeah.
an example like you said, I don't know, you must have imported it from abroad. It
Yeah,
must
there's nobody
Just
who
like
actually
just
going to
like
stand
that.
out.
it must be Prada. And you see, funny thing is, you will come to know that you have taste if you can realize the actual, what is called,
Actual brand.
an original brand from, the fake.
Yeah, the fake.
Someone will put on a normal, jacket, has Prada, and every time you pass by them, it's normal Prada. But someone will have a smoking black Prada jacket, and you pass by them and you'll be like, was putting on Prada. Meaning
Yeah.
it caught your eye. So, number one, it shows you there was taste because you had the
It's
taste.
always
Yeah.
about your taste when you're
Uh-huh.
dressing up.
And plus, like you said, 4,000, 5,000 people, different backgrounds. So,
Yeah.
you'll come to
Yes.
narrow it down to someone who actually walks from Mutungo to come to campus every morning. So, if he has actually gotten there in time to do the lecture and go back, and
Yes.
maybe scuffle for lunch and something.
Yeah.
Education is the key to them. I don't know what keys you people have.
I feel like just go to
But
campus
this
to
belief
read
is
your-
Just
getting
go-
bigger.
Yeah, just
Read
go
your
to
books,
campus,
socialize.
Yeah, read your book, socialize. Don't try to force
Force.
life at campus. Just don't force life. That is a very.
And
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm not
very
there, but I've
many-
seen a lot of stories about people that are out of campus
Yeah.
Yeah.
about faking life and forcing life. Sorry, forcing life, not faking. Forcing life.
Forcing it.
And
Forcing is
don't
different.
blame them because it's very easy to force
very
life
easy.
on
It's
Yeah.
very
someone.
easy to
very.
fall.
I have a
Because-
friend.
Very easy.
I have a friend. He's at UCU, main campus,
Yeah.
doing second year law. He told me one thing. Sometimes the one thing we never realize is, people get to like you for living
A certain type of
A
life.
certain-
the normal
Yeah.
life you can afford.
Yeah.
Living by certain standards and principles. So if you do not live within your means, at the end it will be, hey, Junior was taking us taking us out last night. We had fun. Well, we were drinking Jagermeister, whatever.
Junior
those
is
people.
the G. Junior is the G.
Junior is the G. But when you're in hostel dying, people be like, he lifted the what? The standard to where he cannot manage. Because apparently you had another sponsor who did Jagermeister or makeup, blah blah blah. But
And now you want to stay at the same bar you were at.
and the moment he
with
left
a
the
friend.
bar, he had something to cater for his supper, and you didn't. So,
Know yourself.
Yeah, know yourself. I'm not saying do the local bars, but if you can't, just let them be as well.
Or if you can, just do not
Do not do local bars.
Do
Do not do local bars.
Do local bars.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
Those things
Don't
are
touch local
very
bars.
down to earth.
You can
That is a
do
good thing.
do your local bars if you want. Do whatever you want to. Bro.
Do
It's
what
not
works
a
for you.
competition.
Yeah, that was so.
The guy always says, "Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
you, bro.
Yeah, do you, bro?"
Do
So,
whatever rose your boat. So.
but
Anyway.
that's campus.
Yeah,
jazz.
you're good.
You haven't told us your version. Kataza.
What's it?
I'm saying you are band. Tell us.
Yeah,
Tell
I'm
us
in
Banda.
Banda, Machambogo.
Yeah.
And it's a nice experience. But I was at homes for like a week because I had appealed for Chambogo, so I was waiting for like the lists to come out. So once they came out, I was like admitted to Chambogo, and it's like a nice experience. I like it because it's like quiet.
Yeah.
It's very
by the
quiet,
way.
but
Very
it's
quiet.
like a whole Chambogo is a whole village, you people. It's like a whole mountain. I don't know, like a whole hill, and it's like you don't bump into someone every minute,
Yeah.
which is the case for moves. I'm very sure. Every minute I was bumping into someone.
It's like that consistent, eh?
Yeah.
So like the high hand never rests.
It's never rests, bro. And the competition, people really dress up at moves. Oh my
You
god.
know, in primary, every time someone would say a right answer, it would be like flowers. So
Yeah,
flowers. So
It's orange
every
flowers
time you're
at
doing
moves.
high, it's like flowers. Eh?
Moves is a lot of. I feel like
Yeah,
it was
A
okay.
lot of work for you.
Yeah, not for me, but there was
It's
like,
a lot of
a lot
work.
of people I knew, so it was hard to like, I don't know, start afresh. Should I call it start afresh?
Yeah.
But I feel like at Chambogo you can like begin
Start-
a new phase.
Yeah, and
Like
It's actually
meet
hard
people.
to start afresh at
going to campus.
Yeah,
that's
like you
something that's
remain in the same circles that
you're
you.
remaining in the same circles.
Yeah.
You're
going
like
to campus.
stuck
It's
with
something
the
I look
same
forward
people.
to, being able to start
Exactly.
afresh and just grow into a different element.
Because
Something
it's-
else.
it's just
But
hard.
One thing you people are not realizing is however much you want that new start, fresh start. There's like
Of course,
any
there's
other,
always-
there's always like any other place to start. You have to have foundation, and sometimes for what you have learned,
yeah.
single schools, right?
Yeah.
For all of us, but only person who can mix in well and know how to kick it off with a new audience. Some of them who have been to mixed schools know how to mingle with different people, be it the same gender. Or I'm not saying Ft.HARRY is that kind of thing, but they have a certain standard. When they look and they feel like, no, I can't do that. Even if they could, they will let it slide. I'm hoping it's the same for Maryhill and whatever other school is, So it's not like new start, new fresh, not fresh or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes people do not burst out because they have found the people they were doing the same
Yeah.
kind of chilling
yeah.
with.
Exactly.
People who do the exact
Same
kind of understanding, Like the last pod, I'm imagining if Emma and Wisdom were in the same place,
Yeah.
it would really not be a point of different lectures, different
They would still
courses.
vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll still vibe.
So
Like,
if council met,
Yeah.
Mr. Businessman on the way, it would
Yeah, of
always
course,
be
of course,
a
of
nice
course.
high.
Of course, we are not going to like let go of
Like,
that.
cut
friendship
people
we
off,
had.
had-
but
No.
it's just.
But I
There
feel
I think that's something you need
Okay.
in life to just
meet
like,
new people
you know,
and
there is-
evolve. Yeah.
and evolve.
For example,
Like widen your circle.
I know
Yeah.
someone went to
I
school
talked
with
about
her,
it actually.
and like people cannot. She's at Mobs as well, and she has somehow changed, but for the better. But then, like every time I'm working with a Maryhill girl, and we see her, it's like they're saying, "She has changed." You get? It's like
So
the people you had somehow hold you
back.
Hold
back.
But is the comment from whatever other people that you're working with or people who see her kind of There's a negative kind of thought of marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually negative. That's the problem.
But then, if you actually do sense it,
But either way, you can outgrow whatever
You can
negative thing you
Let me
did.
tell you,
Yeah, you outgrow it as a
negative,
person,
Yeah, you outgrow
but-
negative behaviors. You outgrow.
Exactly,
You just
and
become a
that's
new person
something
and
It's all
that
about
people don't
evolving and giving
understand.
Yeah.
And the one thing.
And a person who has
And-
not been there won't be able to, to reason with you on that same level and understand that, you know what, this is something that they maybe need in their life to
In
be
their
able
life.
to push themselves forward.
But you see, we all get different kind of parental advices when we are living at home. Right? So
Yeah.
maybe, just maybe, or indeed, it is for the better because.
Yeah, so while we were away, the Olympics happened. I think they happened after 4 years, right? It's like the world. I think it was
Every 4
focused.
years.
Yeah, every 4 years.
Basically, the past 4 years before Bolt became the fastest man on earth again. So yeah.
That's like you rest on the last Olympics.
I think
I
the
think
last
it's
Olympics.
Last
I think
Olympics
it's the
was Bolt,
other
yeah.
Olympics now.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
Most probably,
9 point something second.
Yeah.
Must have been
record was that.
not the other before
The
the
other.
previous.
So who was the world
Yes,
champion?
yeah.
Who was the Olympic champion for
I
100
can't
meters?
tell.
I can't tell, but I think he has an unbeaten.
Exactly.
Yeah, his
And
record
beaten
is still
record,
on.
9.6.
Yeah, something
less
like
than
that.
that anyway.
Some
I can't be sure.
So the Olympics happened. They were in France. The opening ceremony was
So
very controversial.
I think it's happy.
Yeah, because I think
Oh,
it was. I think it's the worst opening ceremony to
ceremony
ever exist with the
ever.
Olympics.
For a
'cause
sports event.
yeah.
for a sports event, any sports event.
But
in the
they
world.
consolidated it with
The
the
closing
closing.
ceremony. The closing ceremony
was quite something.
Yeah, actually, it was like
Who-
closing
France
who
had something
performed
to
at
fair.
the end.
But I think it was Celine Dion. It was
Yeah.
Celine Dion.
But of course, Celine Dion, and then it could not have failed. I have a feeling
Actually,
those
she
people
has-
who do
She
classics,
lost her voice. She feels like a mess up.
Yeah,
But
she
not-
Yeah,
lost
last
her
year
voice.
she was in
She was
hospital.
She was in
Yeah.
hospital.
but people who do
Stuff
classics,
like
normally
that.
every time they bring them to close the show,
They-
it's quite
they really know what to
do.
Yeah,
So
they
it's
have
like-
sold it
Yeah.
enough.
So with the opening ceremony, France didn't know what they were doing. To be honest, with the opening
Yeah.
ceremony.
Did I see a blue man somewhere?
Yeah, there was some
And
blue
this
Yeah.
guy
guy
just
Yeah.
went out here.
You know,
with
in
like
my
a
head,
and type hair.
I was thinking, are they trying to relive Avatar? You know, Avatar.
Yeah.
Man, it's some crazy
It
stuff.
was something
man.
like
It
that.
was
It's a lot of conspiracy surrounding
Yeah.
the opening ceremony.
And the only good thing about the opening ceremony was Aya Nakamura performing.
Yeah.
The people sang, "Oh, Jaja." That
Hey,
day.
she-
Yeah.
So
She's-
that's
the one, eh?
Yeah, she's the
Yeah.
one. Aya Nakamura. What
She's
happened?
Rwandan, she's
No,
what?
she's
She's
French.
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 She's
Yeah.
French. Yeah. So what happened is that the French people protested against her
against
performing.
her
Why?
performance. The-
Well, I don't know. They were like black people. We are French. Racism. Okay,
She's
honestly.
black.
but
She's
apparently
black,
that
yeah.
I
has
don't even
always
know why
happened.
Nakamura.
She's black. So the Jaja babe, she has some nice songs out.
Who,
Each
Jaja?
one.
She even
Yeah.
has some
She has some nice, yeah. So the French people protested against her performing, and I looked through the entire ceremony, whatever opening ceremony, and I think her performance was really something that stood out
She's
to
good.
me. The rest
She is.
was just
Bogus.
what she said.
That is a big word. You can call
Like-
it mediocre.
Mediocre.
It
Average.
wasn't just
Average.
good.
Yeah, but
generalized.
there were a lot of celebrity appearances at the Paris Olympics.
Yeah.
But you know, when as the celebrities are coming,
Mm.
you know, that whole kind of thing, we always wait for 100 meters, 200. Then
Yeah.
our very own Cheptegei participates in our 10,000.
10,000 meters,
10,000.
yeah. I
So,
watched
so,
that.
so 100 meters,
Mm.
I am still saying that Jamaican guy, Thompson, am I wrong?
Should have won, yeah. Kieran
Should
Thompson.
have won.
Yeah.
To me,
I'm
they should
no
have
other
put,
youths won.
they,
Yeah,
they
like-
should, they should have put VAR they used in FIFA World
Oh.
Cup for that guy because
they
that,
did.
that dip
But
was
they did,
good.
it was
The foot was
the
ahead.
foot and the dip, and they were like,
So if you tell me if that guy was
No other.
apparently from the commentary, if I get it right, they said something like a 1,000th of a second. I do
Yeah.
not know how they count that person. I really don't know, but I feel it's a lie. It's a lie. Thompson took it home. But well, it's Olympics.
okay, the Olympics was also another person that won the people's hearts. He's French. He was a pole vaulter. You know,
Really?
people that jump. He won people's hearts. But he won the people's hearts like, yo.
More like the females'
The
hearts.
females'
Yeah,
hearts.
the females' hearts. Yeah.
Oh my god, all you guys saw that thing.
It was like a Twitter thing for like
Like
2 days or
It
a
was
day.
everywhere.
So the guy just
Oh my
blew
god, that was
off
so
his,
unlucky, bro.
Yeah,
he blew off
What
his
are the
own
odds,
gold
bro?
with his own materials,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What are the odds, bro?
What's it?
I saw that video and I was like, what are the odds?
But I
How
think,
unlucky do you have
It's
to
like your village people are coming after.
Like that guy never shows up and he shows up on Saturday. It's so crazy.
but I feel like, well, that is what they tell you can get so close but not enter Jerusalem, right?
Heaven or Jerusalem, whatever.
Yeah, so something of the sort, but really lost it by like the wink. I feel if you had done more than like 2 tights, you'd be smiling gold
Then
right now.
Botswana's what's his name?
Tebogo.
Yeah, that.
The one that 200 meter race.
He created history for Botswana.
Again,
For Africa, in
For Africa in general, you really.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever won that race.
We have never.
You know,
We always win the long races, but these short
Yeah.
races we always come short.
I
Like,
watched something somewhere and it said Tebogo was the first man to beat his opponent into COVID. But
And then
then,
he came
Yeah,
back. No one else was
No
sick
one
of
else was sick.
COVID.
no, he is not COVID. He is asthmatic by what they say. He is asthmatic.
Yeah.
So I think when he was finishing the race, like they always say, asthmatic people lose
Yeah.
Yeah.
the breath.
Shortness of breath.
So if it was something he was giving up to say he lost, he really lost by a mile because he was nowhere in Tebogo's back.
Yeah.
Whatever we
So
saw.
that was a
But
clear way.
given the fact that he did very well in 100 meters, we
Yeah,
can give him the
100
benefit
meters,
of doubt. But being second, really, 200 meters, I feel he could have done
But I
better.
feel I've done athletics. I've tried athletics before.
You have?
Yeah,
done, you have
yes.
tried.
But
Yes, actually.
I was
actually
I'm
good
certain
at-
of that. He's
You
actually,
remember?
actually good, yeah.
I was good at
He's
200
actually good
meters.
at.
Yeah.
200
Running
meters
and
is
all.
a whole different race from 100 meters.
You
Like
remember?
there's an extra 100 meters.
100
You
You
have to-
remember? You remember the so-called magic corner at
Yeah,
entire
yeah,
school?
yeah. So
That,
it's
that
a
was
whole
magical.
different case.
indeed.
You can't be good. Okay, you can. Usain
Yeah.
Bolt was good at both.
Mm.
You can be good at 200 and be good at 100.
But
But it's a few people who are actually.
I've watched
like,
a
good
few.
at both races.
I've watched a few of his videos. Speaking of how he picks up pace,
Yeah.
he says he is very bad in the first 5 to 10 steps. Some of his videos show you he wobbles along
Noah
the way.
guy?
No. Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when he picks up, he wobbles a bit
Yeah.
to pick
Yeah.
up his pace. So even when you watch the 200 something 100,
He always.
why is very good. The what I've watched very consistently is I think the 400 by 4, the whole pitch where
Yeah.
they run, and he's the final guy.
Yeah, yeah.
So by the time they actually pass him the what is it
The
called?
hurdle.
No, it's not the hurdle.
The hurdle is, I think. What's it called? What's it called? Someone should
I
know
can
what
let
it's
me
called.
go. Oh, now what should I Google?
What-
What are the
what
questions?
What they pass to the
What
runner
they
was the
pass to
first to
the
look it up. I don't know how I
Release.
missed
You
it.
ask for the release stick.
How to spell release?
R-E-L-A-Y-S.
R-E.
R-E?
L-A-Y-S.
You've really been out of school for quite some
Bro,
time.
like, I don't know.
Yeah, but the
It's
Olympics.
called a baton.
It's called a
Button, yeah.
Button,
My
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So the button they pass to, you're supposed to have started running like I think within like before the curve ends. So I'm anticipating the first like 10-20 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has picked up. So no wonder he's that fast.
Yeah.
So in the past he was saying his first steps are wobbling. But if you watch the 200 meters, 100, actually the 200 meters, Tebogo is really good at his pickup. The moment they do shoot the gun and he's up, it's always just out,
Yeah.
knees up high, the guy really goes straight up. So no wonder he was better than up to now. I feel Noah was not the guy for 100 meters.
But yeah, it was a
But
nice
well,
Olympics for
nice
Africa.
Yeah.
For Africa, yeah. I think
And-
Kenya
and-
has the
and-
most medals.
Yeah.
14.
14.
Is it
yeah,
14? Then Africa in total has 38.
38 medals. That's not bad. I think it's Kenya then South Africa, is it?
I'm not sure,
Somewhere
but
around
I can say something
It has to
I'm
be
sure
South
about.
Africa. There was some different sports in the Olympics. You saw that swimming thing where they like do freestyle swimming.
Yeah.
It's called.
I think it is the uncommon thing I saw where they said if we saw Uganda do that, we'll all be like,
Crazy.
crazy.
like give that kind
And the
of
shooting,
thing.
you guys saw the
shooting guy?
Shooting
Yo,
guy.
the Turkish guy?
I know I read about that guy. They said they picked him out of what is it called? The eye shop thing. It has a better
I
version
think
of something.
like a gun shop or something.
No, not
This-
gun shop. People who do the glasses. What you wear.
opticians.
Opticians
He was
wear.
an
Yeah.
optician.
So they picked him up, and he was just like, I think in my head,
In my
the
head.
way they
I
describe
could be
is-
good at this.
It is they picked him off the reception and they're like, "Can you shoot?" He's like, "Well, I've been working in."
No, those are just memes. Those are just memes. He's an actual Olympian. He trained for that shit. But those were just memes. Because he was like too lax at doing it. So they made
But
that guy's aura was
being
just
relaxed, but then the hand in the pocket and the one hand,
that was the lady.
is beyond
that was
it.
The lady.
No,
There was
it
some other
was
Chinese.
him.
Was it Chinese?
I feel that was like after they saw the guy
the
shoot.
daughter's
Yeah.
doll on her.
But I feel like that is after the lady saw the guy shoot. Because the guy was literally like, not even
So
blinding
like
one
sad,
eye,
bro.
putting on his specs and
So
like
sad.
aiming. And he scoped
That
his
guy was
silver.
so good, he became second, and no one even knows who the first person
The
was.
first person.
I don't. Really, I did not.
He
No, I
won
feel
bronze,
like the
but
goal
like
was
considered as the
silver.
silver.
Yeah.
So, right?
But then, in the same case, Uganda did get its own goal, Cheptegei.
Cheptegei. He broke the Olympic record, but
Again?
he couldn't
Again?
break his own world record.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah,
But
the world record
the-
is his.
Still at the Olympics or else?
At some other
At some
competition,
other-
I don't know what.
It must be the London run
Yeah, whatever it
something.
is. But he broke the Olympic record. I don't know if the Olympic record was his, but he broke it. So he has the Olympic record, but the world record is still his.
So-
Like he has run faster than himself.
So you see how people cannot relax
In the
on the
25
whole
laps.
memes bit and being black. You know
Yeah.
the way they put the Olympic record. So I saw somewhere where they were like the seconds and time he ran.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom corner they always put like the all. But
Yeah.
I feel like it was really referring to something else.
Yeah.
So they circled it and they're like, Africans never rest, like we are always being raced against,
Yeah.
So he broke the record, but they are saying it could be better.
It could be better.
Yeah.
Something of the sort.
as well. I think Simone Biles is finally going into retirement.
Simone Biles,
Simone Biles,
what was
the
that
gymnast.
called?
The
gymnast.
Did
She won gold.
Yeah, she won
gold.
gold.
I think she now has like 11 medals. I'm not sure.
I think she has the most gold medals at the Olympics.
She must
ever.
be-
No. You're forgetting about
Michael Phelps, the
Michael
swimmer.
Phelps, the swimmer. I
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
something about
He has
him.
the most medals. But,
But
Simone
then-
Biles
but
has
then-
a couple.
Yeah.
Uganda did scoop about 2-3.
Cheptegei,
Cheptegei.
Yeah, it's only twice.
There's a daughter of
She has
Ian
11
something.
medals.
This
Oh,
Dr.
Simone
Ian.
Biles
Yeah, she has
Yeah.
11 medals.
for gymnastics.
So she's finally going to retire.
There's a Dr. Ian
She's
who
retiring.
writes in.
But she seems young. She
She said
seems
this
like
is her final.
Olympics.
Olympics,
Also
yeah.
Cheptegei, final Olympics. He's only going to be doing. It's his final, like what's it called? Field race. He's only going to
Yeah.
be doing marathons now.
There's a lady who was doing the roboting.
Oh, yeah.
Uganda.
Yeah, Uganda.
She's white, but
Yeah,
she's
she's
Ugandan.
There's a
She won
guy.
a medal.
Yeah. She's called
Crazy.
daughter to Dr. Ian.
Ian Clark.
something. Ian Clark. Yeah. The
Oh.
daughter
I
or
think she-
relationship must be there. Daughter,
Yeah.
cousin, blah blah, niece, whatever.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She won, I think, silver, bronze, but she did win a medal.
That's nice for the country.
So I think 3 or more that we do not even know about. We do not hear about any conspiracies or about the boxers who never came back this time, like the last Olympics. But yeah, Olympics was.
Yeah, the wildest thing I saw was is it Zimbabwe?
Mm.
They sent I think 7
Se-
athletes and
yeah,
60
and
plus
60 plus
officials to the Olympics.
The field tour. It was a field tour for the
country.
Yeah, for the country.
Zimbabwe is also not.
But then there was something about food complaint not being nice. You read about that. But then I feel like these are multi-billion-dollar organized championships.
They should have meals for
Like,
every-
how bad could it be? Or is it people?
But man, you
expect
can't
fancy?
blame them.
But you can't blame them.
How do you expect the
entire world.
Olympics
Yeah,
to know
true.
about Vinyega in
Agriculture
Uganda?
and-
To know
No.
about Matoke,
Yeah.
bro.
By the way, me, I feel they do give them the right kind of meals, but you
But-
know how competitors always have specific diets. I
Yeah.
did read somewhere sometime back.
Yeah.
An athlete who has done multiple winnings for the Olympics saying months 2 he drops his diet to normal juice, like different types of juice,
Yeah.
citrus,
I feel like
and
it's-
mango
it's-
and something and
can't-
dodo.
You can't blame the Olympics organization
Yeah.
for your own diet, bro. Because you can't expect them to like go to each
and
Olympian by
every person.
Olympian asking them,
What's your
what do
diet?
you eat today? What do you eat
What
on
do
a
you eat?
Monday?
But
What do you
it's
eat on
not
a
about
Tuesday?
diet. I feel it's about these people are complaining about, even if it's not the diet we're supposed to follow. There are bad cooked beans, bad cooked meat
Yeah.
that is actually hard, then nuts that are actually not like properly ready, then rice that is half cooked. It could be that kind of complete. Maybe then it could be the kind of that they're trying to follow.
Yeah.
You never know, but
either way, the Olympics are planned.
we want to anticipate. Then they said in the medals there was an original what
Piece
is
of
called?
the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
every
in
medal.
every mid.
An original piece.
Piece.
Of the
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower.
Oh, what does
Like
that mean?
material.
Like,
An original, like they broke off the actual Eiffel Tower.
I don't know how they did, but
I don't know how they. Actually, I thought the original plan of the Eiffel Tower was.
No.
Have an original, like, let's say a material, let's say like iron or something.
iron
whatever
or
it is.
something.
That's all cash
Of the
grab,
Eiffel
bro. That's
Tower
all
was
cash
pretty,
grab.
yeah.
So they want to tell us they broke off the Eiffel Tower. Or
Yeah,
they
it's possible.
cash grab.
But it's
They
one-
just want.
possible.
you
they
know,
can
many
do one
materials or
metal. They
something.
can do one metal
It's very
and
good.
Yeah,
and add
that's
it to
not
the very
okay.
mini.
No, but that's actually legendary, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you have one in your house?
Have I left the country? Have I left the country?
But that was
Something
quite
to be
special.
proud of, yeah.
Something to be proud of.
Is that?
And just from now, those medals will be selling for millions and millions. Even today, they sell for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you mean you
Because
get
it's
an
actually-
Olympic medal and sell it? I feel like
Yeah,
I'd flip
people
it.
would.
I would sleep with it by my bed for like the next 10. My wife, I would be like, put the gap for the medal, please. like this is.
Yes, you're eating kosher beans for supper. I'll sell it.
No, but actually, in Uganda, they actually give them lots of money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give them cash
when-
prizes. So
Last time
If you go broke,
Cheptegei
it's up to-
got
a car,
A
500
car,
million.
a
house.
a house,
house.
500 million something.
Then-
bonus.
in Arua in the north, they were building for him a what?
A sports what?
A sports.
He actually built his
Sports
own sports field, like
Yeah,
for
I just think
athletes.
you make enough money not to be
Not
broke.
to be broke. So.
Yeah. But the Olympics were quite good.
Yeah, they were a
Quite
nice
good.
experience on TV.
So what have you guys been catching up to?
Movies and music and stuff. Yeah?
Movies and music. For the movies bit, you watch Ghost Power Book too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
You do.
Tariq St. Patrick, I did.
Yeah.
Tasha, you want me to give you all their names?
Wow, I've been watching. I've been watching Atlanta. Don't know
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a series. It's nice. It's nice. You don't know about Atlanta?
No. I haven't watched.
Don't know
I've
Atlanta?
heard, but I've not watched.
It's a nice series. You guys need to watch that.
I've been
also
watching as well. Okay, a couple
Bel Air
of them.
released season 3.
Bel Air.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the first episodes, like 1 or 2. Okay,
Three
I've been
episodes.
watching off some site. They only has like 3.
They released 3 episodes.
I've been watching. I don't know if have you watched SEAL Team? There's a series called
Oh,
Team.
so, yeah.
SEAL Team. I've been also watching.
Yeah, we all watched Supercell though.
No.
No.
You all didn't watch Supercell.
I watched,
know
I watched the
I know
first
season of-
episode. I watched the first episode of Supercell. But then I don't know, every time I touched my phone and someone talking about Supercell, I was like, you know what, I just stand all this.
Yeah, but
Because, you know, as like, there were a lot of hopes for the series. I was
If you
like,
haven't
I'm
watched
giving it
Supercell,
up.
then peer pressure doesn't have bullshit on you, bro.
no, but normally because it's only one season that is out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it is that good and I find I have to wait for another season,
It
to
is
come
actually
out.
not that good. It's
They have actually
Just-
released, they're actually filming season 2 now. for
No.
Supercell.
After season 2 is going out, then I'll start season 1 so that
So
the other ones can compare.
Mm.
But I've done that. I've done On American Homecoming. I've done Shadow and Bone. I've done Lady of the Lake.
You're studying at campus, though, you're mentioning all these.
the way it's
I've done Shadow, but like, when do you read?
When do you read?
No, but you literally have an entire evening to yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes with discussions or not so.
Mm.
Why not? You embed yourself in some. Otherwise, they tell us do not do drugs. You'll end up doing the drugs if you do not have something
You have to
keep you
like
busy.
occupy
You need to have
yourself
a stress
with
relief,
all
eh?
this stuff.
Yeah. So, but I'm not saying my choice of things is quite good. But if none of you has watched Scandal, Olivia Pope, take your time and see that.
What's her name? Kerry Washington.
Take your
is
time.
in
Yeah,
it.
Kerry Washington.
Yeah.
Take your time and see that.
Kerry
stuff.
Washington. is
Kerry
in
or
it.
Kelly? I don't know.
It's Kerry.
Kerry.
Take your time and see that.
That's
I know it's very
Scandal,
old,
Scandal, it's-
but every
Trust
time
me.
you watch an episode, then
You
season.
just want to watch.
I have seen
them.
level of confidence in these things. Snowfall.
Yeah.
He's called who? It's called.
Snowfall. Damson Idris.
No. His actual acting name.
His acting name.
Name
I
is
know
what?
his actual name. Franklin Saint.
Franklin Saint was confident, ambitious, but Olivia Pope has another level of confidence.
I don't like.
That's Scandal, eh?
Yeah,
of
Scandal.
Olivia Pope is Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington.
Yeah. That lady, in my head, I'm like, if you can be my
If
woman.
you can.
Yeah, Kerry
Please
Washington
come.
is a really.
Please come
She
through.
was really good. She really
I've
made
seen a
it.
couple of Kerry Washington movies and they're all up there.
Yeah.
Bro.
She knows how to.
Yeah, if you ever want to believe in I cannot fail, do watch her.
What scandal?
What's kind
What scandal? Because she does not believe in we cannot do. There's a solution for
There's a sort of
everything.
everything
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't just.
No matter how bad it is, so yeah.
So
But
you're-
then Shadow and Bone has a little bit of fiction, though good fiction also. But like
So
all
you're
kinds. So if-
sending it out there for the viewers to like check
Yeah,
it
yeah.
out.
please do
Check it out,
Shadow and
scan.
Bone. Lady of the Lake though I've watched one episode.
That's another series.
Yeah. It's called Lady of the Lake.
Like, you're a chef film producer by now.
Bro. No, I take time. You see, when you come to look at it, people who have watched Game of Thrones, something,
Game
you
of
always
Thrones
like something that is
Jeez,
old.
It's-
bro.
yeah.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones is really.
Game of
it's really
Thrones
dope.
is so
Like,
good, you feel like
But now you see what all I have tried to understand a little bit of what everyone is going into. They are trying to make
Yeah.
modern and old
And
mad.
old.
oh,
So
with
if
House
you
of
did,
Dragons.
if you do watch Lady of the Lake, you see it's an old 19 setting, but then
But-
they want to bring in something new.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of kind of horror, suspicion.
So as I was saying, you guys should really check out the album. Basically, and it's a wealth of African artists with a mix of a blend of R&B and it's just some nice African beats. So it's really something to
Yeah.
look out for.
By the way, there's like East African beats you people have to like look out for.
Though I have
Stuff
like
like
a very old song, like that old, eh? It's not. It is lovey-dovey, but every time it's played, I feel like those guys actually had
A song,
content.
eh?
Yeah.
It's called "If Love Was a Crime." You know, Tubaba.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that song. I know that song.
That song lately it has been a thing. I wake up to it and I'm like, here I come lectures. Here I
Oh,
come
boy, has
lectures.
left someone.
Not really, but it has a vibe.
Yeah,
It has a
some-
vibe. It has a vibe. It's quite nice.
Cool.
People who have met people are going to your levy, aren't they?
Yeah, by the way, people that have met people are going to Yalevis, I think on Saturday.
Yes, I promise it's touching.
This
I think.
Saturday.
I'm not going because I've not met someone. So
Okay.
That's how you deny your man.
But so,
Live
to
TV.
go for a Levy concert, you have to like be into like emotional attachment and
no,
bullshit.
and
Very much.
Yeah.
And then you
Because
must have a taste of
rarely do
French.
you understand his lyrics, but
I only know.
you know that's
His
like
music
his
is
friend.
good for sex playlists.
Yeah. It's like you've used it before.
Say it like a pro.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But there's a song called, I don't know if it's supposed to be called Chocolate or Chocolate or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And you know the Kachwa song.
Nakati.
He has Nakati something
Nakati
and
Sunshine,
everyone
Chocolate.
is yeah. But
Yeah.
But rehearse those. In these 2 days we have given
The
them
fornicators
to
out here will all be at your
At
ladies
your-
this Saturday. So
Really?
I saw
Yeah.
I am not a fornicator. There are chances
Yeah,
that I could be there. I'm just saying, I won't, but there could be chances. I'm not a fornicator.
if you're there, then you'll have become a fornicator in that.
Then I just drop
Just
out.
go have fun.
Just
You're not a
have fun.
fornicator.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a concert.
But yeah,
no, but your ladies, you really have to have a
I
certain
don't a
taste
certain
of his
taste
music.
of his
and,
music and
his music is not
Yeah.
something you just bump into.
it's made me feel.
I think I'll listen to a
Okay.
couple of his albums.
If
I'm
you
not
do not-
going there though, but I'll just listen to like.
If you
understand
want
the
to
experience.
jump out of the so-called fornication, is it
King
King
Madi.
Madi, Queen
King
Madi,
Madi.
whatever it's
Coming.
called?
King Madi.
Second
Madi.
Partnership
September.
with energy.
And
I
I
don't
like-
like those guys. by
Her
the way.
ads have been everywhere.
How
on
don't you
Instagram.
like? How don't you
Energy
like?
is-
I love energy.
Tanya.
No, I love it. I
Tanya.
love
Zion.
that part.
Zion.
Now I love that show.
But the guy
But then
doesn't
there is
know
this
English,
show-
you guys.
But and then
Faiza,
there are those
bro.
moments when
I be dying.
there are
but-
moments when Tanya was not
Sure, as
around.
if you can. Fight.
Translate for him. Oh my god,
No cap, eh?
you'd really feel his lack of English. Oh god.
Sure,
And,
as if you
and,
can.
and I do not know how they do not help him out. They always shoot
Tanya
at
always
persons.
tries to help and translate, but
No, it's okay as long as it vibes with the crew as well. That
Yeah,
matters.
but
and like Sheila Solta, she's just
who is Sugar Soul?
Sheila Solta.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
that
and
She's in a
her
different
comments
show.
about
No, she's on
Olo-
energy, but
She's
But
on
a
energy,
different
but a
show,
different show. Her comments on Olo are kind of
Anyway,
let me
you
get
guys,
into
I
that.
have a
Oh,
lecture
that
to
drama.
catch, so let's close this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, mommy has to get to class. I have to
Class.
get to work or something. Yeah, so it's
Something.
Something.
It's really been great getting back to the pod.
I also have to get back to Kataza.
We are back.
We are
And we are not
back.
saying
We are
that.
definitely
Promising
back.
consistency, you see us.
It's not just consistency. We're actually cooking something big for the
big.
pod, so we can't wait to share it with you guys.
Yeah.
So just you know,
It's a whole
watch
package
out,
coming
just watch
onto
out. It's a
you.
whole package, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
See you soon.
So
Till
the
next
wrap
time.
up can always
So let's
be
wrap up with my uncle saying goodbye. to
Saying
us.
goodbye.
Remarks from
Uncle Harry.
Uncle Harry.
That boy, that guy. It's very nice. What you people have here is quite something. Thank you for the coffee, man.
Alright.
It was quite something.
I was not served.
It's okay. Next time. but something. I do hope Kenzo sees the creativity here for starters.
Could be his first investment.
Yeah. But people who haven't come here, whenever you come here, expect that there's something that is worthwhile. Like the moment you get the invitation, be excited.
Yeah.
Not like over hyper, but do know that there's something actually in the pot.
By the way, when we were starting the pod, I hit up Harry and I told him about the idea, and he was like Harry is one of the reasons why the pod is actually alive, bro.
I'm glad
Shout out to you, man.
I'm
Yeah.
glad I'm part of that. So,
Shout out to you.
yeah. But it's quite a nice thing. I may say, I've been telling you people the moment, why aren't you calling me? Well, it has been.
It's been a long time coming.
I've
It's been a
really
long
been
time.
begging for this, and finally it came to me, and I took up the chance. But I want to say it's really nice. They say I'm glad to be part of your acquaintance or something of the sort.
You're not
Glad
an
to meet your
acquaintance.
acquaintance.
Glad to meet you.
That one.
Yeah,
Glad to
the
meet
pleasure
your
is ours.
acquaintance.
The
yeah.
pleasure is ours.
So this was
Till
really
next
nice.
Till
And
next
I hope I
time.
do make another show here another
Obviously.
time.
Very
Obviously,
soon.
man.
But,
This has been fun. One of the easiest possible
They are
films.
definitely back.
You say that
Expect
every pod, so.
more.
He knows.
I don't say that every pod. I just say it for that. See you soon.
Yeah, that